Welcome to this course on biophysical chemistry. As you can see the title of the course, right? So, to tell you on the onset, this course involves a vast range of topics. So, it's very difficult for a single course to include each and every aspect which comes under this title of biophysical chemistry. But before we go more into what we are going to study in this course, just the two words, biophysical chemistry. Well, chemistry is chemistry, and biophysical, if you try to divide it, break it up rather. So, biophysical comes from the word biology, and physical comes, it's physical, right? Like application of physical methods or physical principles. So, based on this or based on this understanding, how can we define biophysical chemistry? So, one definition is it involves the study of biological macromolecules by applying the principles and concepts of physics, chemistry and biology. So, you can understand just by this definition how wide the topics or how wide ranging the topics would be that can come under biophysical chemistry. So, that means you are applying principles of physics, principles of chemistry and principles obviously of biology to solve biological problems. And how do we do that, or in what respect do we do that? That is what the course or this course would try to tell you. An alternate definition might be like this. So, an alternate definition can be the application of the basic tenets of physical chemistry to problems in biology. And as I said, the scope of this topic is indeed very broad. So, to try to tell you everything or whatever comes under biophysical chemistry in one course is next to impossible. Hence, what I will do in the next slide is I will just give you a brief outline of the topics we are going to cover in this course, spanning about 42 to 45 lectures. So, the brief outline, the first thing which we are going to look at today is ribosome and protein synthesis. Now, please be advised that we are not going to go into too much detail about either the ribosome or either the actual synthesis of a protein. Now, we will come to know about it more when we actually start with the discussion. So, it will mostly, even for the ribosome and protein synthesis, it will be kind of a schematic, kind of an outline, so that you understand that even before a protein comes into existence, that means even before protein folds or is released into the cytosol, how does it come into existence? The next would be definitely the structure of the proteins. Now, as you can see, this course we are mainly talking about proteins. We are not talking or focusing about nucleic acids, right? Then, after having looked at the structures of proteins, different structures like proteins generally have 4 levels of structures: primary, which is the sequence of amino acids; secondary, which are essentially the two most common ones are alpha helical proteins or beta sheet proteins and combinations of these. Then the third level of structure would be the tertiary structure, and the fourth level would be the quaternary structure. So, when we talk about structure of proteins, these are the different aspects we would be looking at. Not only that, we would also look at different combinations of structures, as I told you, and why those combinations are necessary, or why or what purpose, that means what are the functions that these combinations serve. I mean the combinations of structures. The next we would cover is about principles and models of protein folding. Well, when a protein folds, it has to be guided by some principles, and then if a protein is folding, how does it fold? Does it have a model? Does it have a pathway? Does it follow? It follows rather. And then we will talk
हाँ
about
सर,
the
मैंने
thermodynamics
आपको
of
व्हाट्सएप
protein
किया हुआ है
folding.
सर, आप
So
एक
this
बार
is
देख
related,
लीजिए सर।
very much related
इसमें
to the
हाँ
thermodynamics.
720 आ
talk
रहा है
about
सर,
in chemistry.
720p।
After that, having talked about kinetics, we discuss about how
नहीं,
fast.
रिकॉर्ड मैंने बंद नहीं किया
does
है,
the
मैंने
protein
उसी में
fold?
यूट्यूब में जाके देख रहा था।
And when we are talking about fast, we mean kinetics.
हाँ